Hello everyone, Mutation here, and I'm here today to kick off my competitive review series, starting with my preferred fighting game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is, to this day, the biggest fighting game crossover to ever be conceived. And while I could go on and on about all the amazing things that this game does casually, I'm going to be sticking completely to the competitive side of things here. Furthermore, two disclaimers before we begin. First, this is my favorite game, and I am at least a little biased, but I will do my absolute best here to avoid bias and stick mostly to the facts. Secondly, I will only be talking about this game offline, as no one wants to watch the 1000th video on YouTube ranting on why this game sucks online. With that out of the way, let's get started. For as much as this game gets, especially compared to its predecessor Melee, the game inherently has a lot of strengths. First and foremost, the balance is extremely solid. While not the most balanced fighting game on the market, it does an excellent job of making most characters viable to the point where they can top cut majors reliably. While many of the mid and low tier characters, similar to other games, take more work in order to achieve greatness with, it is absolutely possible to do so. Namely players such as Big D achieving PGR status with two low tier characters in Ice Climbers and King Dedede, as well as local performances such as Pina consistently placing top 8 and even top 4 in Xanadu, a widely considered to be stacked local with Little Mac, arguably the worst character in the game. The balance is the best it's ever been, allowing players to achieve success with any character they choose. Additionally, it's a lot easier to pick up than, say, many of the anime fighting games on the market right now, such as Dragon Ball FighterZ and Skullgirls, placing much less of an emphasis on your ability to consistently perform combos and much more of an emphasis on neutral, and especially movement, which isn't inherently complicated in Ultimate, mostly relying on dashing and jumping in jump mix-ups with its aerial-focused combat as opposed to its predecessors. While it isn't easy to get good at, which in my opinion is a good thing, it's certainly easier and less daunting to get involved in, especially considering most people have a passing familiarity with Smash by playing it with friends at a party or something similar. Smash's roster being so large is an obvious boon to the game as a whole, but it offers an excellent competitive benefit. While the typical character archetype you see in traditional fighting games still exists, zoners, grapplers, rushdown, etc., there's many more of each, offering the player the option of what the small things they want in a character. Do you want a combo-heavy character with a small grappler aspect? Mario is a great choice. Do you want the character that is purely the zoner archetype with some decent close range? Samus is the go-to zoner. Basically, there's a character for everyone that also fits the viability aspect. While there are many pros to the game, it would be ignorant of me to not address the cons that plague the game's competitive viability. One of the biggest factors of any good fighting game is the input lag or delay, which is notorious for being on par with even Street Fighter V at 6 to 7 frames offline, which is a far cry from Melee's 5 online. It makes the game feel unresponsive at times, especially when you're playing on a suboptimal monitor. I have felt this time and time again in offline tournaments when playing on a bad monitor, and this can often be the difference between pulling out a shield in time and death. It's especially bad that a modern title has this issue, and I'm not entirely sure what prompted Nintendo to think this was okay. It may not be entirely fixable, as I'm no master programmer, but there has to be something you can do. Even Skullgirls has a hilarious command called Ascend Higher, which increases the input lag in order to put a burn on modern fighting games. If that's possible, I don't see what's stopping a AAA developer here. I mentioned before that the movement in this game can be easy to pick up and master, but in my eyes that's a problem as well, especially for a platform fighter like Smash. Alternative platform fighters such as Melee, yes, I know I am comparing a lot to Melee, but it is the closest to Ultimate in terms of gameplay, and Rivals of Aether. The ideas of wave dashing, shield dropping, and more make the game much more diverse. Ultimate has a great amount of diversity in its characters and strategies, but not something I believe a good platformer should have. One major gripe that I'm pretty sure I can agree with almost everyone on is the hilariously underwhelming training mode. Many traditional fighters offer so many options, including sending a dummy to perform various options, frame data, hit stun, and much more. By comparison, Ultimate's training mode is limited to making a computer do a very select few options, finding launch angles, and adjusting percentage on your characters. You have to go through the process of modding your Switch, which can't even be done on newer models, in order to have a good training mode. Every good fighting game should offer at least a solid training mode, as many fighting game players spend a lot of time in the lab. Smash Ultimate falls very short in this regard. One honorable mention I'd like to list for the con section of the video is the sheer amount of jank. There is jank in every fighting game. But Smash takes it to a whole nother level, often with unintentional glitches. We've all seen the what the fuck moments that this game has to offer.
That beast is slowing things down, starting to get a lot more of these grabs. What?
While this is often hilarious in a casual environment, a glitch like this that can cause stocks or even games can often be extremely frustrating. Not to mention the intentional janks such as Hero's Whack or Pikachu's Pancake that is a lot more manageable. So, where does this all leave us? There's so much more to cover, but to and tell would break my intentions for the video. An easy to watch and concise video that doesn't drone on about every little thing. So, after spilling this all out, what's my rating I would give the game as a competitive game? While it pains me to do this, as I love this game immensely, I have to give it an honest 6 out of 10. It's extremely fun and at least a solid competitive game, but there are a lot better ones out there, which I will be reviewing in future episodes. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and sub. Any support is appreciated. Wherever you are, have an amazing day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.